What's going on, y'all? Micah here, and I'm back with another boxing recap. And today we're talking about Tszyu versus Brian Mendoza. I was interested in this fight because Brian Mendoza has definitely knocked out a few guys I didn't expect him to knock out. He's not horrible. Tszyu has beaten a few guys, and they've given him the championship. He's kind of become an email champ at this point. And I figured he's proficient enough to make this fight interesting, so I figured I would watch it. Of course, you had to stay up late to catch it because it was on Australian time, but let's get into it. For the first few rounds, I would say Brian Mendoza was doing enough to win. He was touching him a little bit here and there, moving around pretty good. I was actually surprised by his movement. The last few fights that I'd seen him in, he was kind of just more so slugfesting. I didn't see any proficient, boxing footwork or anything like that, but this time he was moving a lot. One thing I will say that was kind of sorry about him was no punch really had any steam on it. When he was punching on Sebastian Fundora, well, actually, I guess you could kind of say this is pretty similar to his regular game. When he was fighting Sebastian Fundora, none of the punches really had no mustard on him, and then that last punch he landed just happened to have a little bit of mustard on him. This punch, he had no mustard whatsoever on any of the punches. It seemed like his punch selection also was trash, in my opinion. Big trash. But he did win maybe the first few rounds, maybe the first 2 rounds, depending on who you are, what you think. After that, I would say that Tszyu started to, pick up and pull away from Mendoza on the scorecards. Tszyu, to me, I don't think he's that good. He has zero footwork. He plods the whole time. His punch selection is very basic. He was just basically throwing 1-2s, uppercuts, hooks, and it was just like 1 or 2 punch combinations. Nothing like he wasn't ripping off like 4 or 5 punch combinations, and it just wasn't really impressive to me. Like, he does have power, obviously, but if you are smart enough or you got enough finesse to move around, elusive enough, you can get out of there. I personally think that if I fought Tszyu, if they was like, yeah, we want you to fight Tennessee, Australia next month at 160. I could do it. I could absolutely do it, and I'm gonna win. I'm winning that fight because I got enough power to make Tszyu back up, and I'll be moving around. I'm not gonna just be sitting there. Tszyu doesn't have enough punch output to get me. But yeah, man, Tszyu's not that great. I think that as time goes on, when he actually does fight some of these better guys, if he fights Jamel Charlo, my bad. If he fights Jamel Charlo, let's say that Jamel Charlo hasn't been castrated by Canelo, and that's not how he's fighting any longer, because that fight that he fought with Canelo was so goddamn trash. I was disgusted by his performance on that. But if Jamel Charlo fights like Jamel Charlo and not like how he fought with Canelo, there's not really a chance for Tszyu to win, in my opinion. He doesn't have the skills. He's, basic. I've already talked about it. Say what you want. Tszyu sucks. He doesn't. Not suck, but he's not great. He's not great. I don't know how Tony Harrison got beat by him. I don't know. I guess Tony Harrison is he's a little chinny. His chin is kind of weak-minded. He has boxing and all that kind of stuff, but he doesn't have any power. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened there. Who else did he beat? I'm not really sure who else Tszyu has beaten of note. But yeah, man, I'm not really impressed by Tszyu. Not at all. In other news, Regis Prograis, who is Devin Haney's next opponent, went ahead and said, so I'm hearing Devin lost a fight in Mexico earlier in his career, but he paid to take it off his record. If that's true, that's the weakest ish I ever heard so far in boxing. Press conference is Tuesday, and y'all reporters better not let this ish slide. So yeah, man, I agree with Regis right there, man. If Devin Haney did pay to get a loss expunged off his record, that is really sorry, beta male ish. Imagine you going to Mexico or Dominican Republic, because that's where a lot of budding fighters go to kind of pad their stats. They go to Mexico because they know they got a lot of poor folks there that's willing to do anything to get a little bit of money. Or, Dominican Republic, kind of the same thing. You go down there, you beat up on them guys, pad your stats, get your record up. And, you go down there and you lose to a random cab driver Mexican. And, you're feeling so hurt. You want to goddamn beat that guy so bad, you pay to get the goddamn shit took off the record. That's ugly. That's lame. And this also kind of shows another layer of Devin Haney, and it was his familial background and all that kind of stuff. Because people have been always talking about him. They always say Devin Haney's soft. He's tries to be street, but he's not really a street guy. And this kind of shows, like, bro, you have enough money to pay these folks and bribe these folks and get that expunged off your record. You ain't really never struggled for real, bro. I know he tries to, say he from Oakland and all this kind of stuff. Somebody said he was from Henderson, Nevada, but that's lame, bro. That's lame as hell, man. That's so lame. And I wonder who the Mexican is who supposedly beat Devin Haney. Maybe we'll get this guy. Maybe this is fake news. Who knows? This is very interesting. And I guess, once that press conference comes around Tuesday, then, we'll get a little bit more insight on it and see if some fireworks erupt off of that, man. But that's it for this video right here. You guys let me know what you think about both situations, the Tszyu fight and this here tweet by Regis Prograis. Let me know if you watch up to this point. Have a great day, and I'll see y'all next time.